Number 9, I'll just finish with, from my memory if I can, a roundup of all of the people that Jesus blessed on the day of his crucifixion, starting from the Last Supper and going to maybe a little bit after his dying on the grave. So the Last Supper started with Jesus giving the washing of the disciples of the disciples' feet, giving them that lesson. He's still teaching them and showing them, this is really important, you guys. So that's there in that, and then of course instigating the new kingdom, bread and wine. Judas didn't fare well that day, did he? Jesus gave him that bread and sent him on his way to do his bad deed. And he took his own life that day as well, so he didn't carry much joy forward. But these people I'm thinking of will mostly appreciate that they were included into Jesus' sufferings on that day. So he goes to the Gethsemane, and the guys get to hear him and see the intensity of his passion, and to be with him, but also then to turn and flee. And of course Jesus had to seek Peter out particularly to make sure Peter knew that he was forgiven for that. Pride, I suppose, rose in him, didn't it? So Peter was forgiven there. I guess Pilate and Pilate's wife would carry some thoughts forward from that day in the way that Jesus dealt with them. And that Jesus' pronouncement of forgiveness, well, now I've missed somebody, haven't I? Going from being flogged and abused, he's carrying his cross. So Simon of Cyrene gets to carry his cross, doesn't he? And he would view that would be an incredible blessing for him going forward. Jesus gets to the cross and he forgives the soldiers who were nailing him there, doesn't he? And then one of those soldiers, as Jesus dies, he sees this sky go dark. Ooh, what's going on there? Have you ever been? I've been in the sky when it went dark at dinner time. It was very weird, rather. And so that's weird. 3 hours under this weird sky. And then an earthquake occurs and Jesus breathes his last. As Jesus breathes his last, this guy must be the Son of God. And that centurion maybe is the same centurion that gets blessed by Peter and John going and preaching in his house later. A lot of time for the centurions, Jesus, hasn't he? He found the one with greatest faith better than anybody in Israel, that centurion that day, wasn't it? As he came to seek Jesus' help for his servant. But the thief on the cross also, he's got a part there to play, hasn't he? And then the blessing of Nicodemus, the man who came to Jesus by night, and Joseph of Arimathea, who's just finished digging his grave. And Jesus can use my grave, Lord. You can use my grave. The people that don't understand what's going on. They don't understand. This is not what it's supposed to be. They don't understand. But they just want to be where he is. They just want to be where he is. They know who he is. They've discovered that he's the Son of God. And he'll work it out for them. He'll work it out for them. So he does. And then again, of course, as he breathes his last, the earthquake opens the graves of over 500 people that day. That's why when Moses sets up the festivals, the Feast of First Fruits is the first day after Pentecost. The first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread is the Feast of First Fruits. Best way of my understanding that. Read it for yourselves. It's not easy getting Moses' teaching all in chronological order properly sometimes. And Jesus, gets the store rolled over him, doesn't it? And the guards get to guard it. And I wonder how influential it was maybe in those Roman soldiers who had to guard the tomb and were there for that earthquake that rolled the stone away. What did they see? You know. Then we've got angelic visitation of the people who visited the tomb, haven't we? It carries on. It carries on. It carries on. God so loves us that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.